Welcome back to my channel. This is a reading for Taurus for February 2022. Just wanted to go through a quick random read. I'm just a little challenged with my time these days, so just doing things a little off the cuff on some of these readings. So just again, February 2022 general reading for Taurus. This will be for career, money, finance, and I might just get a couple of cards from the fortune reading cards in regards to general energies around the month as well that might be standing out more so. If I have time to add in a few other cards, I may do so as well, but for the moment I'll just focus on the career, money, finance with the tarot. So I should just quickly mention as well, again, because the energy is fluid, some of you it's going to resonate a little further out into the month of March. You're not all making the same choices and decisions, in a week or 2 week period, that kind of thing. So I would suspect that some of this is going into March for a select few of you. And for those that there is absolutely zero resonance, then clearly this is not your reading. So I'll start things out. Taurus, I'll just do a quick shuffle. Maybe we'll start out with the fortune reading cards. Okay, so what is happening? Career, money, finance for the month of, and I also had some difficulty with my computer, so I'm kind of using my backup technology, so to speak. So until I can find an alternate computer here, I will be just managing with what I've got. So anyway, this again is for February 2022, and what's happening for Taurus for the month of March. Sorry, February 2022. Taurus, February 2022, and February 2022 for Taurus. What are the main energies? Okay, well, things are looking pretty good. Actually, I feel compelled to pull one more, so let's just do that. Okay, so it looks like there's going to be some form of networking going on here anyway, because we've got the World card, we've got the Dragonfly, so it looks like there's a certain amount of luck that's involved here, and we've got the Fool card, you kind of going off into some new adventure here. Sorry, I don't know how I'm going to pull all these forward here, but we'll manage. Okay. So again, we've got Dragonfly, which is have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. We also have the Fool card, which is have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous. And we have the World card as well, which is be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. So the World card, as I say, is a card that really speaks to doing a lot of networking. And I suspect when we start pulling out the cards for the tarot that it'll come out with the same information. But anyway, the general energies that seem to be standing out here are, as I say, Dragonfly. So there's a certain amount of confidence that's coming through here for you to step out, take a journey into a new land, so to speak. So you've got some kind of unlimited potential that's coming through with that Fool card, and it certainly speaks to you starting to, step forward and move into some new genre, some new area of your life that's a little unexplored for you in some way, shape, or form. You're not actually, sorry, I'm just going to adjust the camera here a second. But it does speak to you having some kind of ability that you want to be able to explore, some kind of strength and courage that's required to jump into this new position. And it's certainly either going to be a new experience or a new way of living, or something that's going to take you out of your comfort zone for you to be able to assert yourself in some way, because as I say, it looks like there's a card of networking here. In terms of money, this is you looking for ways to reinvent yourself, and again, this is about improving yourself and drawing some attention to yourself as well with that World card energy, and it definitely has the feel of a new job on the horizon for some of you here as well. So again, take it as it resonates. I mean, you're all going to be at different stages of the game here. So for those that are more entrepreneurial, I do feel that this is you getting into a more broad-based business. And certainly for those that are trying to do a career shift, you might be going back to school or whatever. We'll see how the cards play out when it comes to the tarot. But, however that speaks to you. But anyway, in the next card here with the World, it's certainly, again, you're finishing off some kind of a cycle, because and the cards all, move together in tandem, because you've got, the World card where you're finishing off a cycle and you're moving into some kind of, so you finished it, there's an achievement of some sort here, and you're moving into the Fool, which is a new skill, a new development, a new adventure, something that might be involving travel here, especially with that combination of cards there, is also something that could be coming through. But also, again, with the World card, it does speak to networking or globalizing, or at least expanding your social sphere, your work atmosphere, so that you're doing a lot more. There's a lot more communication anyway going on in the month of February. And again, some of this is going to resonate further out for some of you into March. But overall, the energy is more socialization, more networking, more expansion. And I feel like there's a lot of footwork that's going into this. So, and again, this is going to be playing out likely into, further into the year, but it seems like you're setting up the framework for whatever it is that you're going to be branching out into. So there is some kind of, because there is a conclusion to one area of your life, it does feel like there is certainly some aspect of reward that's coming in for that as well, and that's why you're ready to move out onto this next journey. So I suspect there may have been some money that's come through for you to be able to sort of consider this new option. But either way, the dragonfly energy, and I know I'm kind of reading them in reverse here, but just how I felt like doing it today. But anyway, the dragonfly again sort of speaks to that renewal and, again, a lot more courage and jumping out into something that is going to allow you to expand, open up to, again, more of a business, more of a skill build, more education potentially as well. Again, we'll flesh it out with the tarot, but for the moment, this combination of cards for you, Taurus, is all about transformation. You are really in a period of, and this could even speak to, even on a spiritual level, because when I look at the dragonfly, that speaks to me on that level as well. So for some of you, you might be going in a little deeper into, following more of your intuitive processes, and certainly does speak to, dreams starting to open up here for you, or at the very least, you're trying to build up the confidence to challenge some new area in your life. So whether this is a long lost dream from childhood, or this is just a new adventure altogether, but it just to me is something that's more expansive, uplifting, and it certainly does speak to, kind of an energizing new energy that's coming through for February. So if you had been in a period of sort of soul searching and that kind of thing, because again, you're finishing up with a cycle of some sort here, if you were in a period where you were feeling a little more challenged, then this would actually, seems appropriate that you're moving into this energy. But again, with the World card, this could also reflect on your personal relationships and, starting to connect with old friends and that kind of thing as well. But whatever it is, there is a completely new feel in the way that you're challenging your goal, in the way that you're skill building, in the way that you're expanding. You might be considering travel to be able to do this as well. And again, this is about you trying to build on your future. So you're actually having to challenge your confidence, your doubts, all of those things to be able to go forward with that combination. There's also a sense that, the dragonfly can also speak to kind of roller coaster, up, down energy, that kind of thing, twists, turns. That is how the card sort of expresses it. But maybe there was a sense of burnout, and maybe this is just you starting to feel more carefree now. You're opening up to maybe focusing more on yourself versus, other people in the previous months. But either way, there's some kind of, complete change that you're about to embark on. And it might also be as well in the way that you see other people. So it's kind of, as they say, culmination of things there. But okay, so I'm just going to get right into the tarot. So I'm just going to take this down for a minute. Okay, so Okay, Spirit, what is happening for Taurus in the month of February 2022? Career, money, finance. Career, money, finance for Taurus, February 2022. What is happening for career, money, and finance? Career, money, finance for Taurus. All right, I'll clarify these as well, but the cards that sort of fell out here. So that we've got some 5 energy, so it looks like you kind of were starting out the month here, you know, with an energy of needing to change and move something ahead. Certainly you've got a sense that there is, sorry, I'm just going to try to pull this back a little ways. See if that will hold up. Okay, so we've also got wish fulfillment. There's a sense that, sorry, this is just sort of a makeshift little idea that I'm doing here. I'm just trying to manage it here, so sorry. Hate to stop and start, but okay. So again, what I'm seeing here with the Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving energy, so it does feel like you're, you know, just starting out with something here. You do have the energy of 4 to 5, 4 to a 5. So, I mean, it looks like something is undergoing change. This could be you, your relationships, or again, something that is, you know, quite important, relevant to you that you needed to make some kind of a change with. I don't see a load of 5s here, so it doesn't feel like it's an incredibly stressful thing, although it does look like it's, you know, certainly you're undergoing some work. But there's also the energy of the 4 of Pentacles. So you're hanging on to your money, or at least at the very least, you're being very careful in the way that you're allocating your money at this time in February. I'm going to pull clarifiers just so we get a better sense of where these cards are heading, but this is just general energy. There is some sense of, you've got the 10 of Cups here, actually. So I do feel as though there is some sense of happiness that is coming through here. I'm not sure exactly how that's playing out just yet, but there's also, again, we've got the Hangman energy, so you're needing to either shift your perspective to be able to go forward, or there's some sense that you are stuck, or that you have been in some kind of period of stagnation. We also have I know not all the cards are extremely visible there, but there is that Knight of Pentacles here as well, and that's a slow-moving energy and around money. So for me, it's more of a long-term commitment to something, very diligent, loyal sort of energy, really putting in the work, just steady, incremental amounts of progress. But either way, let's clarify and see where things go. Okay, so please clarify the 5 of Wands. Oh, sorry, I guess that's a 10 of Wands. How did I miss that? Okay, well, either way, 10 is the end of a cycle here. So 10 of Wands. Let's clarify the 10 of Wands, where you were heavily burdened, or you were feeling some kind of a strain. So what is with the 10 of Wands? Okay, what is the Knight of Cups? Usually that's an offer of some sort or movement to the King of Cups. Okay, so it feels like you could be dealing with a water sign here as well. What is the 4 of Pentacles? Okay, making wise choices with your money. And we've got the 10 of Cups. You're trying to build on something that, probably education for someone here, for sure. And what is the Hanged Man? Okay, that one popped out, so we'll take that. Hanged Man, so obviously some doubts or insecurities, something that's been creeping in here on the Knight of Pentacles. What is the Knight of Pentacles? Okay, so slow creative project or creative start on something. Also, what is the Page of Wands in terms of, usually it's moving something forward, being resourceful with the Queen of Pentacles, and certainly something that also speaks to money coming in. So, okay, so we'll actually, because I'm going to correct my initial, that was a 5, not a 5 of Wands, but the 10 of Wands, doing it late at night, so clearly, sorry, the eyes are not working as well as I would have earlier. But anyway, the Ten of Wands really does speak to, being burdened, heavy load, something that was really just adding pressure to your day, and you just, you're looking for a more efficient way of going ahead and changing things up. So I do feel like you might have had some irritations, around you, maybe in regards to, maybe it was in regards to health or overall lethargy or fatigue or something along that line. But whatever it was that was, and this can't even speak to spiritual stagnation if I'm looking at the energy of the 10 as well as the 9. There's a lot of 9s and 10s here, as I said, and certainly cards of action and momentum, but it does look like it was after a period of extreme, overwork, or you putting out too much energy, maybe very little return here, and that's what comes in with the 10 of Wands. So the other energy around that too is it's all about setting boundaries for yourself. And because I see that combination there, I do feel like there was some kind of a boundary that you had to put up and able to create this level of happiness for yourself. And in turn, it's kind of created a sense where you were having to stand back, reevaluate where things were, make some wiser choices, and in about how you were going to go forward with your money, with your time, with your energy. But there is a sense that we're dealing with, again, a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that kind of thing with that King of Cups. But again, we've got, what is it, we do have 2 knights in there, so the Knight of Pentacles as well as the Knight of Cups. So I feel like it's dealing with emotion and money. You might be just very emotional about your money as well, but I do feel like this is, for a lot of you, this is separate sort of ideas here. So for the month of, somehow they tie in together in terms of your career, money, and finance. As I said, the emotion seems to be a pretty strong focus here, just as much as the money is as well. Okay, so what I would say here, again, 10 of Wands, some of you could have been either, too much of a workaholic or too much on the home front, overstretching yourself in some way in regards to your resources, time, energy, that kind of thing. So whatever that heavy load is, I do feel that you're starting to pull back your energy, create some boundaries with that 4 of Pentacles, and you're making some wise choices. In addition, there is this good offer that's coming through from the King of Cups. So maybe there is something that is helping to relieve you of that extra pressure or tension with that King of Cups that's coming through here. So maybe there are plans further out, or something is in the works or being discussed that is going to allow you to, advance your happiness and start some other new project, or invest your time, money, effort, but resources of some sort into something else here to start. But with the 10 of Wands, I do feel, like I said, there's a sense that some of that energy is being shifted off elsewhere because we've got the offer of the King of Cups coming through. So emotionally, I feel like it's a satisfying shift here. So with this is you delegating responsibility. Somebody is saying that they're going to take over a little bit more of the load or reduce down your load, whatever that is for you. I do feel somehow there is a water sign that's involved here. So the other part of it is again, I feel like there is you dispensing time and knowledge. So whatever it is that you're doing here with that energy of the 4 of Pentacles and the Hermit, again, you're imparting your wisdom. You might be doing some form of teaching, or at least you're doing some kind of new learning here as well for some of you with that Page of Pentacles next to the Hermit. And again, you're pulling back your energy, though, is what I see here. You're pulling back your energy and your resources and your time to be able to go inward here to do this soul search, or because you're about to embark on something new that's in around because a page is all about the, sort of the start of something new. So this is not advancing forward. It's more a time of slow, steady, methodical moves is what I see happening for you in the time of February, because I feel like you're having to release some of these responsibilities here in the month of February and able to go forward in some other respect here. So yeah, the other part of it is too, with your finances, I feel like you're having to evaluate your, whether you've got money in stocks or, some kind of investment of some sort. And again, if there is some kind of a debt or whatever that is being paid off here with Page of Pentacles, I do feel like you're just making really wise, select choices in how you're going to be operating in the month of February. So you're not really feeling trapped or anything. I just feel, for me, I feel like this is you just taking some time to step back, reevaluate, reassess before moving forward. You do actually have forward movement for sure, as I said, with the Knight energy, although it looks like it's probably going to be coming toward more so the end of the month, just because of the way it's sort of falling out here in the cards. That Four of Pentacles energy, again, it's still holding back, creating some boundaries, being careful with your money. I do feel like you're well protected here. Your happiness, everything is still looking pretty good there. I do feel like there is possibly an inability to let go of something. And again, that's maybe why that Hermit energy is coming through, where you're having to pull back and kind of, reevaluate your goals. But again, there's something that you're clinging to. And maybe you are a little bit afraid of this change or how you're going to be going forward here in the month of February. And again, general reading, so some of you it's going to play out a little further into March. But it just feels like, you are just in a careful, transitory phase of development here. You're still somehow, I don't want to say laying the foundation exactly, because I feel like you have a pretty good foundation here to work from. It's just, it feels as though, because you've been putting in all this time, energy, effort here over in the corner here with the overwhelm and the burdens, it's just that it feels like you're having to restructure things so that you're able to go forward. You don't have the energy maybe necessarily at this point to be able to continue that same load. So yeah, I mean, I just feel, as I say, you're protected. Your money is still looking pretty good here. But for whatever reason, there might have been some kind of inner conflict with the Hermit, as well as the energy of the Ten of Wands there. And so you're just having to pull back and reassess. And I feel like a lot of that, I mean, so in other words, there's financial security, I feel, coming through here, as I mentioned, but I still feel like there is still a lot of new in the background here. That Page of Pentacles, and also with the first cards that came out there, it, again, it's, when I say new, it's not that I don't feel like you're starting with a complete cold slate. I feel like you're taking an ability and expanding it for sure, but there's still more learning that's involved here because of the wise choices. As I said, it doesn't feel like the whole of the reading is just jumping in, in a completely new way here. It feels like you've been building something, a foundation with that Ten of Wands, and then moving something forward. So either way, with that Page of Pentacles, it's still that energy of being a student, or apprenticing in some area. And again, you had the Fool in the earlier cards with the Fortune, Sharina Star, Fortune cards, Fortune reading cards. So those ones, as I said, it just feels like you're at the, and even with the Fool card there in the beginning, perpetual beginner's mind is, I think, how you're having to, you're doing something possibly that's quite creative, or using a creative approach to move something ahead, either however it resonates for you. But there's something about, because we have the Wands energy here, taking action, it feels like you're very much focused on your money and your resources, but your happiness obviously is a big part of this as well. But there's some sense that there could be a message that's coming through with that Page of Pentacles, although I guess I could probably clarify it. But either way, it still looks like it's in around your happiness. So and your family and that stability, that home front. The Page of Pentacles, as I said, could also speak to, because of that combination of cards there, I feel like it could be speaking to you putting your money into an investment, paying off debt, whatever, something along that line, where you're actually, dealing maybe with contracts, negotiations of some sort for some of you. But I feel strongly it's something to do with re-educating yourself in some way, learning something new, dealing with maybe, as I said, a contract that and paying off debt in a really methodical, formulated sort of way here, because you, as I said, a lot of burden, but you've got the wisdom, and the areas that it's sort of focusing around here is in around your stability, your home front, your happiness, your feels like some bills being paid, that kind of thing. But again, it still feels like you are getting some kind of help, again, from a water sign to be able to move forward with something here. And it doesn't have to be specifically a water sign, but I mean, for sure, characteristics of does kind of come into play here. I do feel like you also have, if there is some kind of I feel like there's a real steady energy. Anyway, that's what I want to say. There's a real steady energy. So even though you had like the Fool, which is the leap of faith card, all of that, it feels like you pull back, you move forward, you pull back, you move forward. So there's very incremental movement here, but it's very smart, methodical ways of inching yourself forward. So you may be taking a leap of faith in the sense that, you're going forward with something that, you're exploring, but again, you're doing it in a really wise, methodical way here. That Hangman energy is, you want to break it down, the 12 to a 3, it does sort of break down to creative energy, coming up with creative solutions to be able to go forward as well. But it is a transition energy. So where you were suspended here and maybe feeling stuck, with the guilt or whatever it is, or the overanalysis paralysis, whatever it is with that moon energy clarifying, whatever it is that was holding you back, self-doubt, or however that resonates for you, you are finding a way through it because you are incrementally making a decision to go forward with that Knight of Pentacles. And as well, you also have the Page of Wands. So you're moving forward with 2 pages, Wands energy, Page of Pentacles, focused on your the practical day-to-day events of your life, making sure that things are getting paid, making sure that things are meeting your needs. But that Hangman is also, with the Hermit energy here, is you really doing some introspection here. So you are transitioning in a mental, cerebral way here as well, because life is in suspension once, until you make this decision to, if you were confused about the direction that you were headed, which is kind of that indicator, I feel like you're developing some kind of higher knowledge to be able to get past whatever setbacks or self-imposed, illusions that you're creating around yourself. I don't feel like there's any tower moments or anything like that. This is really just you standing in front of yourself, and again, could be victim consciousness, that kind of thing. But you're, whatever that standstill is for you, or that thing that set you back, or that thing that has kept you in a period of needing to change your point of view, and again, I feel like you're taking advantage of that moment, that pause, pregnant pause, as they say, because you're recognizing where your opportunities are. So this is where you're actually learning something different. You're finding a way to become unstuck. And you're following your intuition as well with that Moon card, and of course the King of Cups. So I also feel that, and you're very grounded in your approach, because there's a significant focus on family, foundation, and the money and the home front. So whatever adjustments you've made to your point of view, it is allowing you to be able to go forward in a very slow, methodical, practical way. Sorry, so the other part is that, again, with that Knight of Pentacles, I mean, as I said, slow and steady, after a time of shifting your perspective, you might have had to let go of some of your, hidden fears or whatever it is that was kind of overwhelming you, to be able to go forward here. But that Knight of Pentacles is really someone that can be trusted. You could be dealing with a younger person here as well, with that Knight of Pentacles, but it definitely is finishing what you start kind of energy with that. And it certainly speaks to, could be falling in around the ages of 20 to 35 or 20 to 40 kind of range, something in there, but it's stable, reliable energy either way. Very patient kind of energy that's going to bring about these significant improvements in your life. It also speaks to, as I say, kind of overcoming illusions or self-delusion or things that, held you back here, because this is a bit of a darker period here in the month of February that you're having to kind of reconnect to yourself before you take these few steps. You're taking a few steps backward and able to take a few steps forward. But I do feel like overall, you're really using your ability to organize things, especially with that Queen of Pentacles energy. You're really taking the time to organize, figure out your resources. Could be representative of, again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that kind of thing, with that Knight of Pentacles, but doesn't stand out so much for me with that. These aren't major arcana, these are minor. So I feel like you're just dealing with the day-to-day events of what's happening in the month of February. So it might seem like a bit of a dull period, but it's really a responsible, hardworking, organizing, practicality kind of month is what I would say. That's what your focus is on primarily. So it's about persevering. That's really the energy I would get overall for the month of February for you. Setting those financial goals, paying off your bills, budgeting, just trying to get your overall finances ready to improve so that you can move forward in some new way. I feel like you're kind of on the precipice of, starting something new, or, creating some kind of work for yourself where you're nurturing a part of yourself to begin a new project, something along that line anyway. But either way, there is steady income and you have stability, in the month of February. And as far as finances go, like I said, I still feel like you're building something to be able to take it, to be able to have it advance down the road. You're creating the foundation for something to advance down the road is what the month of February really speaks to me about. Anyway, that's what I have for you. I won't drag it out. That's what I have for you, Taurus, for the month of February 2022. I'll do a general reading if I can as well. I'm just trying to get a few of these out. So thank you again for stopping by my channel, and love all of my subscribers. Really appreciate everything that your time and energy in listening to my my readings. And just wanted to say, keep moving forward, never give up, just keep pushing, because I suspect with all of this new energy that's coming in for you and being able to expand something down the road here, that by the, maybe by spring or summer, there's probably about something that is going to culminate for you that's going to be fairly substantial. You have a lot of pentacles in here, and there's a lot of happiness that comes with it. A lot of this energy, as I said, was falling in around the category of tens. So you're very close to having something take off here. That's in around your happiness, the burden, the work that you've been putting in here. There's something that is about to move into a whole new phase. So again, if that resonates for you in March, or just shy of that in around April, whatever this is that you're building is about to take off and get into a whole other, more energetic, lighthearted sort of pathway or road ahead for you. Because as I say, this is really foundational energy for me in February, and just doing the practical to maintain. Anyway, that's what I have for you. Still looking very good with those cards, and like I say, your outcome from this looks to be fairly good, and definitely focused on money for sure. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I will see you in the month of March. Stay well.